Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that this will not actually be my new upload schedule. It will actually be Fridays only, but if I do find time during the week or during the weekend, because I got work during the weekends, but if I do find time to record another video, then I'll try to record another video and upload it, but just expect a video every Friday. That'll be the normal uploading schedule. Now, if I do like a special event or a special video, then those might be uploaded at different points, but I will be uploading every single Friday from now on. I'll tell you guys if that changes, and I hope you guys enjoy part 2 to What If Naruto Left Konoha. You ready to go? Fuji would ask Naruto. Naruto would look up at Fuji and just nod, as they would continue on and go down the path towards the land of waves. It was about a 2-hour walk, but this was the most excited Naruto had ever been in his entire life. He was finally going to meet new people. Don't get him wrong, he really liked his friendship with Fuji, but there was something missing. He wanted more, and that might be selfish, but Naruto really didn't care. He wanted more than one friend, he really did. And hopefully he could also get some new clothes. He was going to ask Fuji if he can buy some more. After all, his old jumpsuits were quite tattered and he was having to borrow Fuji's clothes, so he thought it might be nice to have a new suit of his own. So Naruto and Fuji head into the land of waves, and Naruto immediately begins to feel disheartened. The entire village, or rather land, looks as if it's been worn down by war. It's torn up, it's a mess. It looks like slums, the entire land. Naruto feels a deep sense of sadness in his heart just looking around at all the suffering people. Why is it like this? Gato. He's the man that rules this land. He overcharges everything, and his mercenaries make life miserable around here. That's why I live 2 hours down the road. They don't really influence me out there, and I just come in, sell my goods, go out. Huh. Well, he allows you to do that? As long as I give him a small commission, yeah. Normally, I don't fully pay my commission. I just pay one of the guards off, and then boom. That's my technical commission. Hey, Fuji, are there any good clothes stores around here? I've been thinking that you need a new jumpsuit, or just suit in general. Yeah, that tattered old thing, I don't even know why you still wear it. It barely fits you. Yeah. Are there any good ones around here? This place may look like crap, but it has some pretty decent shops. Even though those shops are never full. Absolutely never fully stocked. There's always something missing. But hopefully we can find you something. They head on down to a small clothing store, and Naruto picks out what he thinks would look good. Just a simple plain white t-shirt with a black overcoat, some ninja gloves and sandals, and some combat sweatpants. As well as he would throw his katana over it all to finish the look. Okay. Nice. For a kid, you look pretty cool. Thanks, Fuji. Alright then. Now, let's get what we need and let's get out of here. I don't feel particularly safe in the land of waves. Well, yeah, understandable. Fuji and Naruto begin to walk towards the gates. But as they are, Fuji hears some commotion. Huh? What is it? Naruto asked. There's some commotion going on over there, don't you hear it? Naruto looks over and realizes what's going on. A couple of people are sitting around chatting about something. I wonder what it is. Probably none of our business. Let's just keep going. Nah, I think it is. As Naruto would begin to walk over. What? Naruto, what the? Oh my god. As Naruto would walk over, he would say, "Hey guys, what's up?" As the group of adults and assorted teenagers would turn around and say, "What do you want, kid?" Fuji would run up and say, Sorry, but he just wanted to know what all the commotion was. Sent some mercenaries after Tarzan, the bridge builder. Looks like we're gonna be suffering for a little while longer. The hoodie send? Can't be that bad. I mean, what, didn't he go to the Konoha to get protected or something? Yeah, but he put it as a D rank because that's all he could afford. You've got to be kidding me. Gato's mercenaries are more than D rank threats, possibly C rank threats. Yeah, but he put them as D rank. But then again, it's not Gato's mercenaries he's sending after him, the guy would say. Who is it? Fuji would ask. He sent Zabuza Momoshiki after him. That guy's dead. Better start preparing the grave now. Oh, Jesus. Naruto would look up at Fuji. Who is Zabuza? Zabuza is one of the most feared criminals throughout the Land of Fire and throughout the Land of Waves. Especially. He's done a lot of jobs for Gato around here. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't really know who to help. On one hand, I don't really like Konoha after how they ostracized you, he would say, rubbing Naruto on the head. But that bridge builder needs to build that bridge. I don't really know who to fight. 'Cause I want to show Konoha how strong you've gotten. But I don't want to make them my enemy, per se. Yeah, we don't want to become criminals, but if we fight Zabuza, then that means we're picking a fight with Gato. Was that what you're gonna say? Yeah, exactly. What, can you read minds or something? Is that one of your family abilities? Nah. You're just pretty smart for your age, so I figured you'd say that. You think I'm smart? Don't let it get to your head, you kid. Stop calling me kid. I'm only like 2 years younger than you. Yep, and the difference between a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old is incredibly substantial. Especially in terms of power. I mean, my body matured much better from 13 to 15. Heck, I probably have double the muscle mass. Yeah, I guess that's true. Anyways, this is quite the dilemma. Oh boy. So, do you think we just, guard the bridge builder and let the ninjas and Zabuza fight it out? Yeah, but what happens if Zabuza kills them all? Then we have to face Zabuza. Heck, I don't even know if we can defeat Zabuza. Let's just hope the Leaf sent a good Jonin with whatever Genin squad they doomed to die. Yeah. Come on. Don't you have a way of, tracking him down or something? I mean, you did say that your mom, or was it dad, had, a special tracking power? It's called a summoning, Naruto. And yes, I learned it. It's a wolf summoning. His name is Kishin. Well, can't you summon him? It doesn't just work like that, Naruto. I have to ask for his help and stuff like that. So yeah, do it. But... oh my god, you're so innocent. Whatever. Alright. I'll do it then. As Fuji would go through hand signs, eventually he would bite the tip of his thumb and slam his hand down. Summoning Jutsu. As then, a white wolf with piercing red eyes would appear. You're not Kishin. Who are you? The summoning would say in a deep voice. My name is Fuji Chinoike, and this is Naruto Uzumaki. Chinoike. Oh, are you related to Kai Chinoike? Yeah. Kishin knows a lot about Kai. Are you his son? Yes. Yeah, I am. I owe a great debt to Kai, so I wouldn't mind forming a summoning pact with you. Really? Thank you. My name is Shiro. Now forge the pact. As they forged the summoning pact, Dyer would then ask, what is your query? I need you to track down a ninja named Zabuza Momoshiki. Do you have anything that smells like him? No, I don't. Is there potentially any clues I could use to track him down? He does have a giant metal sword. Like, it's absolutely humongous. It'd be a bunch of condensed iron or metal together, and it would smell of blood, a lot of blood, because the more blood it absorbs, basically it can regenerate from absorbing blood, I think. I think that's Kuikiri Bosho's ability. I don't know, I read up about the 7 swords a little bit. So he wields one of the 7 legendary swords. I see. I could probably track that dense of an iron object down. Just give me a minute to track its scent. As the wolf would begin smelling, it would eventually catch something. Alright then, follow me, as the wolf would take off. Fuji would be able to keep up with the wolf, but Naruto would be trailing behind. Oh jeez, they're so much faster than me, both of them are. Wow, truly is amazing how much Fuji has grown. Heck, to believe that I'm still so far behind him even though I'm only 2 years younger. It's astonishing. It seems like he's in a whole nother realm of his own, and this is just in speed. His power is immense. You can tell just by looking at him how much more powerful he is than me, and that's not just because of the height difference. Naruto would think all of this in his head before shaking it off and saying, right, more pressing matters at hand. Alright, I better catch up. Don't want to fall behind. As Naruto would try his best to catch up, he would still be slightly trailing behind. But they, meaning Dyer, or Shiro, and Fuji would just chuckle to themselves, trying to watch Naruto stumble to get up. Hey, don't laugh at me. It's not funny. Sorry. It's just funny seeing you stumble. We're here, Shiro would say, as they stopped and looked down. The battlefield laid. Zabuza was there, going through his smoke, or rather his mist, attacking the unsuspecting victims. But, seemingly, this group was pretty good off. None of the Genin had died yet, and their Jonin was Kakashi. Kakashi Hatake? The copy ninja? Oh, wow. These Genin might actually survive. Who's Kakashi? You're telling me you don't know who the copy ninja is? Dude, I swear you've read these scrolls before. Look, I was kind of surprised by Zabuza, but Kakashi, really? Man knows like 1,000 jutsus. I mean, he's copied them all, but still. He knows 1,000 jutsus. Whatever. He's incredibly powerful, and he has a Sharingan for a left eye. It's said that whoever sees his Sharingan dies. Well, that's because he kills them, not because it's like a curse or genjutsu or something. It's not like an ability of the Sharingan, you know, just look at it and you die. That'd be... Yeah, maybe that's the reason that the entire Uchiha clan was killed. Best not to worry about it. Fuji would say as he continued to look down. Wait a minute. That symbol on the back of that Genin's back. There's a Uchiha still alive? I mean, I knew Itachi Uchiha was still alive, but... That must be his younger brother, Sasuke, from the way he looks. He doesn't look incredibly like Itachi, but he has the same facial features as Fugaku Uchiha. I've read up about all the strong ninja. You know, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Minato Namikaze, Kakashi Hatake, a bunch of others from the Leaf. Wow. He really does look like his father. Well, I don't want to have to kill these Genin, so I guess Zabuza's who we're going after, Fuji would say, beginning to draw his sword, as then Fuji would sense a presence. Naruto? Yeah, what is it? You and Shiro jump down there. Make sure no one gets near Tazuna. He sheathes his blade. There might be someone much more dangerous than Zabuza out there, he would say, taking off into the forest. Well, if it's what he says, then we must believe him, and we must follow his orders, Shiro would say. Let's go, Naruto. As he and Shiro would jump down, jumping in front of Tazuna. Sakura would be surprised and stumble back and fall. Another boy with brown hair, short, matted brown hair, would turn around and say, Oh, come on, sis, get on your A game. There's enemies nearby. Naruto would flick up his hands and say, Whoa, we're not enemies. Oh, come on, Rio. You don't have to baby me. I got this. Sakura would pull out a kunai and charge at Naruto, but Naruto would easily knock it out of her hands with taijutsu and then kick her back, knocking the air out of her. Seriously, I don't want to fight. Sis! This is Rio Haruno, a short boy with matted brown hair and brown eyes. Much different from his sisters, but in fact, more like his parents. Sakura really seems to stick out in the family with her bright pink hair and blue eyes. He would charge forward, but unlike his sister, he would jump up, weave hand signs, and do a water-style water bullet jutsu. An actually impressive jutsu for someone his age. But Naruto would weave his own hand signs and say, Earth-style, mud wall, and summon a mud wall to block all of the water. Huh, pretty impressive. I know it's impressive, that's the point, but I don't want to fight you. I'm afraid we might have no choice, Shiro would say, baring his fangs. Whoa, if we're all on the same side, we can get along, right? Tazuna would say. Yeah, listen to him, we just want to protect Tazuna as much as you do, Naruto would say. As then, we would cut to Fuji's perspective, as Fuji makes his way and he looks around a tree to see someone looking out upon the battlefield from the tree line. Someone in a cloak and a mask. They'd be waiting, watching. As Fuji would begin to weave hand signs, he would feel something pressed to his throat. 3 things. Small, thin, sharp needles. As the visage she was watching managed to disappear. Basically, to form into ice and then shatter. Huh, I guess you got me, Fuji would say, raising his hands, as he would turn his eyes towards his adversary, the same person he had just seen in the tree line, although this was probably the real person this time, more than likely. As the person would then say, I didn't think I'd be fighting you. Oh well. Do we know each other from somewhere? That's not important. What's important is Zabuza stays alive. That's all that matters. Well, we need that bridge builder to live. Besides, why are you working for Gato anyways? Guy's a jerk. Look what he did to all those people in the Land of Waves. Surely someone as young as you would understand that people like that just deserve to die. Maybe so, but that is the entire reason why we work for him. He keeps us from becoming like them. Therefore, we work for him. I guess that's fair. You gotta do something for money, and if you're powerful, why not prey on the weak? It's not like I enjoy it. Zabuza might, but I don't. Yeah, that's what everyone says. But it doesn't matter. Looks like the fight's pretty one-sided, although it seems like Naruto's getting in a little scuffle with those 2 genin. You better go save your friend. I don't really want to fight you. You don't seem like a bad person, but you seem a lot more powerful than me. A lot more. That I probably am. After all, I'm more of a threat than Zabuza. Yeah, I kinda already knew that. As then, the ninja would jump away and do the same thing that in canon would happen. Needles would stick into Zabuza's neck as Zabuza would faint, seemingly dying. As then Haku would jump down and thank Kakashi before darting away. Kakashi would collapse due to chakra exhaustion, and Sasuke would help him up. Naruto would be striking up conversation with Rio and Sakura, as well as Shiro would sit there like a good boy wagging his tail. Tazuna would say, looks like we have some new allies. But as all this would happen, Fuji would actually track down Haku and follow. Using his sensory abilities, he would actually be able to cloak himself from Haku's sensing. After all, Haku was more of a power-type ninja rather than a sensory type. He would hide himself far enough away so that where he could see, but not to where they could sense. he would see the masked person take their mask off to heal Zabuza, and he would see the girl he met all those days ago. He would smile, and then jump down to go meet her. So, it was you behind that mask this entire time. Wow, you're pretty impressive. You were able to stop me from sensing you. Maybe you're better than I thought. You want some help with that? I'm pretty knowledgeable on herbs. Well, ever since that day you talked to me about them. I studied up on them. Just some old family recipes. He would say, pulling out a couple of jars, as he would press them to Zabuza's wounds and feed some to Zabuza, as Zabuza would begin to rouse. He's gonna be pretty sore. He gets over it. He always does. Haku would stand up and put her mask on. Well, what do you think we should do? You keep saying that we shouldn't keep working for Gato, but I don't think Zabuza's gonna like that, so why don't you explain it to him? Oh, I'd be glad to. So you're saying Gato means to betray us? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm saying. Where's your proof? My proof is that Gato would never, ever, ever pay you that ridiculous of amount of money just to kill Tazuna. He does have a point. All of our other jobs from Gato have been really, really low paying. Barely enough to feed us for like a week. Yeah, I guess you're right. Does seem a little odd. I believe that he means for us to all fight, exert everything, and then kill us all off. Just so that none of us are in the way. I'm surprised you agree with me so easily. Well, your evidence is solid. What else is there to believe? Yeah, and if Haku says that she trusts you, then I trust you. Alright then. I'll just talk to my, associate on the inside, I guess you could say. He'll talk to Kakashi about the plan. We'll meet up on the bridge, put on our play, or rather, our fight. He would do air quotations with his hands. And then I can just sit back and smile as you two wipe the floor with Gato and his mercenaries. Alright then. Haku would say, standing up, "It's showtime." Haku would put her mask on as Zabuza would fling Kubikiri Bosho on his back. Let's go destroy a bridge. As then they would make their way towards the bridge, the other night, when Kakashi was resting, Naruto would talk to the others about what Fuji had brought up to him, the plan. The others would agree that this would be a rock-solid plan, but Sasuke didn't really like the fact that they had just fought these people and now were helping them. Then they all went over it with Kakashi, and Kakashi was very, very hesitant and say that he would keep a good eye on Zabuza. Eventually, they would make their way to the bridge. As Tazuna would begin building, the trio would show up. Oh! Hey, Fuji. And Naruto. They walk up to each other and simply do a fist bump, as then they would pull out their swords and start sparring. Seemingly putting on a fight, as Sakura and Ryo would stand back. My boy Sasuke would go up and start doing a taijutsu bout with Haku, who would be easily dodging or blocking every attack and counterattacking pretty easily. As Kakashi would lift his headband and Zabuza would pull out Kubikiri Bosho, they put on the practically most realistic fight. It genuinely looked like they were trying to kill each other because they kind of were. If the attacks actually went through, they would have killed each other, but they weren't trying to. They were doing attacks that they knew the other could dodge, just attacks that would still kill. Meanwhile, it was just taijutsu between Sasuke and Haku. But the kenjutsu techniques that Naruto and Fuji were using probably could have killed each other, but they were being careful not to, but also put on a good show. And eventually, well done! You successfully screwed each of yourselves over, as all of them would look over. And then Fuji would say, well,
Well. I wonder what the dog's doing. What do you mean, what's the dog doing?
He would simply point behind Gato, as Shiro had taken out nearly half of the mercenaries, as the other mercenaries were yelling boss, but Gato hadn't heard them. As Shiro would continue to tear through them, Zabuza would walk up slowly, as the mercenaries one by one would be taken out by Shiro. The last few taken out by Haku swiftly, as Haku would simply stand behind Gato, menacingly. As Zabuza would walk up, he would wrap his fingers around Gato's neck and say, "You think you're so fucking tough? God, you really are a loser." He would then throw Gato so high up in the air that he could actually perform a water-style water dragon jutsu before Gato even hit the ground, and would grab Gato with the water dragon and slam his ass into the dirt, killing him.
There's a reason they call this the Executioner's Blade, he would say, taking the final blow on Gato by chopping his head off.
"Well, I guess that settles that," Kakashi would say, lowering his headband. "Yeah, Kakashi, we have a favor to ask." As Kakashi would turn to Fuji, Fuji would say, "Please, allow us to come back and talk to Lord Third about becoming residents of the Hidden Leaf. If we take in 2 rogue shinobi, do you know what could happen? There could be war. I know. Please, just allow us to talk to him. That's all I ask. I'll escort you back. If you make any wrong move, all of you are dead." Fuji then looked to Zabuza and Haku as they would nod at him. Haku would remove her mask and put it to her side as they would begin to walk back towards Konoha. Eventually they would reach Konoha and Kakashi would say, "All right. You, kid. You will come to a holding cell, just so we have some leverage against you. As well as Zabuza. Or rather, do you want the other to stay in a holding cell?" No. Zabuza, you go."
"Right. I'm trusting you, kid."
"Yeah, don't worry. I'm a swindler. It'll be fine." As Zabuza and Naruto would be held in separate cells, Haku, Kakashi, and Fuji would all make their way up to Lord Third's office. The sound of knocking would come from the door to the Hokage's office.
"Come on in,"
the Lord Third would say. As Kakashi entered, Haku and Fuji would follow behind him, slowly trailing behind Kakashi as they revealed themselves to the Hokage. He would immediately recognize the symbol on Haku's headband.
"So you're a rogue ninja. Why did you bring them here, Kakashi?"
"They have something to ask of you." As both Fuji and Haku would get down on their knees, and Fuji would say, "Please, Lord Third, allow us to take refuge in your village. If necessary, we will all become ninja of your village. We will fight for your village, and we will die for your village. Just please, allow us to have sanctuary here."
"And why should I let a rogue ninja? In fact, I heard that Zabuza was in the holding cells. Why should I let 2 rogue ninja and 2 mercenaries join my squad? Or rather, my village?"
"Because I believe we could be of great use to you. I'm from the Shinoiki clan, and Naruto Uzumaki is with me."
What? Why did no one tell me that Naruto Uzumaki was among the prisoners?"
"Do you know him?"
"He's the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, for Christ's sake. Oh my god. I can't believe this. They seriously told me that Zabuza was there, but not Naruto. If you are with Naruto, then you can stay. That's all I needed to hear. I'm just so relieved that he's finally home."
Nah, he's not really home.
I was more home than this place ever was, but it's glad to know that you'll give us refuge. Well, even though you haven't completed a certain amount of missions, I know your strength. Because if you've trained Naruto, then surely you must be strong. Kakashi told me all about your profound achievements and your plan against Gato in the Land of Waves. So, if you want to team up with Naruto and this fine young lady right here with Zabuza as your Jonin instructor, you can join the upcoming Chunin exams and perhaps become Chunin right after you become Genin. You will go and you will receive your Hidden Leaf headbands as soon as I put through the paperwork. Alright then? Thank you, Lord Third. So Naruto's back, eh? He would say after they leave the room. I'm so sorry, Minato. This time I'll do better. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for this part. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye!